So if I sketch this region, y equals x squared looks like this. Y equals 2 minus x looks like this. And here is the y-axis. Because this region is symmetric, it doesn't actually matter which side we choose, but we should choose one side or the other. So you could choose to look at this from -1 to 0 or from 0 to 1. Let's say that we looked at this region right here. And so the first part of my question just asks for area of the region, and then the second is a set of an integral to find the volume. So for the area of the region, we're looking at top minus bottom. So our top function is the concave down parabola, so 2 minus x squared for that top, minus our bottom function of x squared, and we would be integrating from 0 to 1. And I'm just going to leave that at a setup. Now, in terms of the volume question asks us to revolve this around y equals -5. And if I'm revolving this around y equals -5, then I need an outer radius and an inner radius. My radius, I always start at whatever my axis of rotation is, and I'm going to go until I hit that arbitrary cross section. So thinking about this, because I'm revolving around something parallel to the x-axis, I know that my arbitrary cross section is going to be perpendicular to that, and I'm going to end up with a dx for my integral. So in general, my volume here is going to look like pi times a big R squared dx minus pi times a little r squared dx. And my inner radius, my smaller radius, I'm going to start at my axis of rotation and go until I hit the graph. Well, this distance here is 5, and this distance up is the y value for our parabola curve. So that means my small radius over here should look like 5 plus x squared. For my larger radius, again, I've got to go up the 5, and then I have to keep going to the y value of that top parabola curve. So I am looking at pi times 5 plus 2 minus y squared. I mean 2 minus x squared. And both of those integrals, just like in part A, you can choose. These are symmetric and identical regions, so you could choose to integrate from -1 to 0 or from 0 to 1.